I have this mango tree and it produces the most delicious mangoes in the world. And that's not just my opinion, that's what I've been told. And in this video, I'm gonna show you the #1 easiest way to propagate your mango trees from seed and some tips and tricks to make sure that your plants survive once they have gone ahead and sprouted. Now, no doubt, when your mango tree produces mangoes, there are mangoes that inevitably fall to the ground because either the animals have gotten to them, or the birds have picked at them, or they just didn't quite make it. And if you're like me, I try to clean those up. I often will get those mangoes that I didn't eat, and I'll either use them to fertilize my banana tree or do whatever, but often they'll just sit on the ground. I want you to check something out. And normally what you do is you gather these off the ground. Either you wait till the mango rots, or you eat one and then you dry it out. It's really important these get dried out. Then my favorite tool to open these is this. It's the 5-in-1 paint tool. You can use whatever you want. You can use a screwdriver. Try not to use a knife because it can be dangerous. And then what you want to do is you want to slide this in here in the little seam of the seed to open it up. But I want you to be careful because look at this. Look at this. We crack this open a little bit and we peel it back a little bit. This one's actually already starting to germinate. So I'll be very careful. Look at this. It already has roots and it already has a stem. Now this next part isn't magic. You simply just need some water and you put them in there. They will start to grow on their own. Put them in a warm place, make sure they stay wet, and watch them begin to sprout. The problem is that doesn't always work. Here's some that I had earlier in the year that I thought they were going to sprout, but I think I overheated them and it just turned into a mucky mess. But there's an even easier way to get them to sprout that is almost foolproof. Do you see this? It's a mango tree and it's already growing. It's like nature knew what it was doing. So when I started this video, I saw that one very obvious plant sticking up, and I said, why would I germinate an entire seed if there's a plant already ready? And then I got to thinking, I wonder if there's any that I didn't see. So I started looking around, and I saw all these seedlings. And then there's mango trees all over my neighborhood. So when I was walking my dog, I decided to look in the easement of one of my neighbor's trees, and look at this. A new variety for me. Now we're friends and he doesn't mind me taking this, but there you go. So what's important is there's a taproot going right down here somewhere. And so I want to be careful to not damage that taproot. Got it. Now look, the plant is entirely intact. Then I get my pot, make a hole for it. Then I water it in. Then I put it in its grow out area with its cousins. Before I tell you my #1 trick to keep these plants living, here's my grow out table. I've put other videos, I'll link it at the end, and how I built all this.
But it's important to put your plants somewhere where they can get their proper watering and the sun they need and keep them away from pests.
My number one tip to keep your seedlings growing is to keep them watered. Mangoes need tons of water when they're growing. And that's it. Follow these tips and tricks and you should have more than enough mangoes to give away to friends and family and maybe even sell and get a little extra money. See you in the next video.
If you found this video useful at all, would you mind just giving me a thumbs up? It really helps out. I really appreciate it. God bless you and happy gardening.